Hello guys, this is Boomerang again. This is the second video in attack strategies for Clan Wars, and this is with Why So Golem Clan. So today we'll be looking at Town Hall 8 strategies, particularly Hogs. Typically Town Hall 7, 99% of the attacks will be done with dragons and lightning or either rage. For Town Hall 8, there's 3 variations for attacks. There's dragons, there's go wipe, and there's hogs. Now, dragons get kind of tricky when if your enemy Town Hall 8 has level 6 air defenses. That is kind of a party pooper for the dragons, so kind of becomes difficult. And then go wipe is good. It's difficult to execute, and it's a typical 2-star strategy. So the go-to solution would be hogs. Now with hogs, the key for them to have perfect execution for a 3-star, which by the way is, I would say hogs is probably one of the most overpowered strategies. You need to create a good path for the hogs to follow so that you can drop all 3 of your heal spells along. And you also have to watch out for double bombs. If the base has double bombs, I would highly discourage using hogs in that base, because if your hogs run into those double bombs, it's a complete wipeout, even if you have a heal spell on them. So that's a big no-no. So let's jump right into the previous war once more. Let's see. This attack I executed with one of my accounts as well. Was Yavin 5 or 4, I mean, and I think it's this one. No, let's go back real quick. It must have been my first attack with it. There we go. Attack against their number 6. Zoom out a bit. Alright, let's pause. Now, this is where it gets a little trickier. I looked at the space, and the first thing you have to do when you want to do a hog raid is think, where exactly are the double bombs, if any, spots. Now, there's only really 2 obvious spots where they could place double bombs. And if we zoom in, you can see by this wizard tower, there could be double bombs. Now, it's interesting because double bombs require a 2x2 space. This one actually seems to be there's only 2 available 2x2 spaces. So there's really no way that there could be double bombs there. Now, there could be 2 bombs placed apart, but they're not close enough to be triggered together. So that is actually good news. Now, it still doesn't mean that your hogs couldn't get wiped out, because if they get real close, they can still trigger the second one, but there's a way around it. There's also a possible, there's no possible bombs ahead of the wizard tower, because it's blocked by walls. And the only other spots that I would put bombs would be here, next to that little builder's hut, same on both sides. Now, that's, at first I thought, well, maybe there, but then you think about it, and where would the Teslas go? The Teslas are obviously not in the corners, so, and they're not next to the Wiz Tower. That would be kind of a waste. And this is the ideal spot, because if you put the bombs here, there will be no trigger, because you can easily go around them to that cannon. So you will see with my run, I actually start. First, I lure the clan castle as usual, because you have to lure the clan castle when you do hog raids. There's no way around it, unlike dragon floods. Once I kill the clan castle, I actually realized that in order to create kind of a path, I come in from the left side, and basically you kind of have to watch out, because your hogs could split, and that's a bad thing. So I also come in from the bottom side with my king and the rest of my wizards that take out the clan castle, and that kind of creates the funneling effect, very similar to dragons. So you'll see it right here. So as I said, first 1 hog, this one lures the clan castle, really easy lure, only 2 troops in there. There's a Tesla there, not really expected, but it's a low level Tesla, so it won't bother us too much. Then just move the troops. Now remember, the poison spell update actually makes it so that the longer the troops are in there, the more damage they take exponentially. So that's why I leave the spell there without really depleting troops. I want to completely kill the balloon, which there it goes, and really inflict some damage on this level 3 dragon. And it's going to be a piece of cake for these wizards. I only lose 1, which is really good. And there goes the king right through the center with my CC P.E.K.K.A. And that should be able to take care of it. Now, I deploy one hog first on the left side just to secure that there's no bombs. And as we predicted, there's a Tesla right there. So that's good. That means my hogs are going to go from the Tesla and the cannon, and they're going to move forward onto the wizard tower. And from the wizard tower, they're probably going to move to both the mortar and as well the air defense. From there, as long as my P.E.K.K.A. and my king can take care of that air defense, we should be able to create a separation so that the hogs move from the left side of the base up toward the wizard tower with the double bombs, and then down the other way around where the king is, and it should be a good, a pretty easy hog raid. So let's keep watching. Hogs taking a little bit of damage, but I drop a heal spell just so they don't take too much damage from that wizard tower. Alright, let's pause again. As you can see, exactly as I predicted, most of the hogs went to that archer tower. But because there's no air defense there, the nearest defense building is actually the air sweeper. So they will go to the air sweeper instead of across, which is a really good thing, and you'll see why I'm saying that. So there they go. They create the path, and pause one more time. I dropped the heal spell just before they enter the area, and that's key because if you let that double bomb hit them and the wizard tower hit right after the double bomb, your hogs are screwed because it's almost as equivalent as a double bomb. So you gotta drop that right before. So they take out the mortar, and then they take out the cannon first, and then there's the bomb. Take some damage, kill that, and then there's another bomb, but they barely take any damage. And those hogs are free-for-all. There's one more heal spell left. The P.E.K.K.A. and the king are just wrecking the bottom side of the base. This raid is over. Really easy, simple layout to kill in Clan Wars. As a Town Hall 8, you can really only defend against one type of attack. You can either have an anti-dragon base or an anti-hog base. There's really no base that covers all. It's really rare to find one. So whenever you're looking at bases, you just gotta make sure that you are using the right strategy. More often than not, if you don't 3-star, it's because you're not using the right strategy, or maybe something went wrong. Sometimes dragons can be a little stupid, or sometimes, hogs just go the wrong way for some odd reason and it just doesn't work out, or they trip the wrong bomb or something. So that's it, and it's 100%, and taking out a high-level Town Hall 8, not as difficult as it seems. So overall, I would say it's a pretty decent strategy. So that concludes this video. The next video will probably cover another Town Hall 8 or perhaps another Town Hall 7 strategy, and we might cover also some of the attacks from Town Hall 6. Not necessarily 3 stars, but maybe somewhere people made mistakes, and we'll just be analyzing where the errors were made, and it's not meant to bash anybody. It's just as an analysis so that we can correct the future mistakes. Later on, I will be doing some Town Hall 9 strategies. I'm kind of still learning on some of those because I'm still Town Hall 9, so they won't be exactly the best that you'll find out there, but they should be fairly comprehensive. So that's it for now. Thank you, guys.